Hey, what's going on? This is Derek Crabb, History of Comics on Film, picture-in-picture commentary. Like I've been saying throughout this whole run here, this is the 1960s decade, what I like to consider the second season of the History of Comics on Film. And this particular segment is on the Justice League of America. The Justice League is another Filmation series that had the 3 episodes that were sandwiched in between the 2 Aquaman episodes. It's kind of sorry that Aquaman only appears in the intro, but yeah, that's about it. It's kind of like those intros to Galactic Guardians. Like, Aquaman's in the intro, but they never really found something for him to do in those episodes. But yeah, other than Aquaman, everybody else who was in that Superman-Aquaman hour was there making up the Justice League. They didn't have the rights to use Batman because he was, they were doing the Adam West TV series. So 20th Century Fox had those rights. And so, yeah, so we got Superman doing Superman things as opposed to the Bruce Timm Justice League. And then I kind of wanted to go into a little bit of how the Justice League was kind of a update to the Justice Society of America. Just briefly go into it, kind of the same way how I sort of explained how there were the Golden Age Atom, Hawkman, Flash, and Green Lantern, and how now they're going into sort of the Silver Age versions of the character. So yeah, this is the explanation about Batman. I sort of just want to talk about the Bruce Timm Justice League. I know some people don't like my little rants about it. I just don't like that guys like Flash and Superman get pwned and punked all the time by things like marbles, and the Flash gets outrun by a car, and Superman gets beat up by manhole covers and stuff. I mean, I guess you can arguably say, oh, that's all in the first season and everything, but it seems to follow a certain pattern where, guys like Green Arrow or people like Batman, the non-powered heroes, get played up, and then, the female heroes like Hawkgirl and Supergirl come off looking really, really good, but then the guys like Captain Atom and Superman and guys like that, they all kind of look kind of stupid, in my opinion. But that's not true of these Justice League Unlimited episodes. Like, I was really, really excited, I remember, when this first came on, because I thought, oh, this is going to be awesome, like a Justice League? Imagine if they did this for real and not just in the future. So I was kind of excited about it. But I can understand writers' hesitations in, giving Martian Manhunter and Superman all their, regular powers, because they're afraid that you're going to be left with stuff like this, where the other leaguers are just standing around doing nothing. But what I found interesting was, and I don't know if anybody's seen this yet, I just noticed it came on this morning, was on the Fisher-Price site, there's a DC Super Friends little animated short that they made to showcase or sell their little Fisher-Price toys. And kind of like what I'm talking about here with Star Trek, in my little diatribe here, in the DC Super Friends, the Joker's Playhouse, basically the Joker takes over the Hall of Justice, and all these holograms are attacking the Justice League, and Green Lantern gets trapped inside a big yellow bouncing ball, which kind of made me laugh out loud, and just basically, okay, all the heroes are getting into jams and troubles, and at the end there's this big monster robot that the Joker has, where he's got red solar rays shooting Superman, and he's got confetti tripping up the Flash, and he's got these razor blades that are yellow that Green Lantern can't fight off, and so on and so forth. Cyborg can't penetrate his hide to hack into his systems and all this stuff. But much like this Star Trek piece that I'm doing a little edit on here, basically everybody in Star Trek has a function. I mean, they all get their moment in the spotlight, whether it's Kirk being the main guy, or Captain Pike firing, even when he's been sort of out of commission the whole time. I mean, if one of those people, like Uhura or Sulu, didn't do their job, then, the outcome of the movie would have been very, very different. But with, these kind of things, it just seems like, oh, well, who cares what anybody does but Batman? and Wolverine. You know, it's like, what difference does it make? I mean, it's like, this kind of touches on teamwork, but back to the DC Super Friends thing, I thought it was great, because, yeah, it's kind of simple and cheesy and written for kids or whatever, but the thing is, they use teamwork. Superman uses his heat vision to blow up the yellow razor blades. Green Lantern uses his, ring to break up the red solar lamp. Then Superman can beat up and rip open the casing of the robot. Then Cyborg can hack it. Then, Hawkman can smash the fucking view screen with his mace. I mean, it's not like this Cloud shit where, he's just hopping on the backs of other people to, deliver the KO blow, kind of like Wolverine and X-Men. I just wish, X-Men of all things would have had better teamwork. Anyway, but that's my sort of diatribe on that stuff. And it's not saying, like, the Filmation series had such great teamwork either. I mean, you could see that, Superman was moving the planet out of the way, and they're all kind of standing there. But I think there's a way to accommodate Superman not looking like a heel or Flash not tripping on marbles, but also giving everybody equal airtime and proper play. And you can just kind of tell that the Tim crew is totally biased to Batman. Anyway, that's my piece on that. I'll talk about that more later on. But anyway, I like bitching about that, so if you don't like it, well, you can yell at me later or whatever. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.